Live from Los Angeles, welcome to Good Morning La La Land. I'm Dr. Erin.
Hi, I'm Rob Mack.
And I'm Jess Moyer. This is Good Morning La La Land, America's first live streaming daily talk show, coming to you Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, now on Connect TV, available on Apple TV and Roku. It's going to be a Good Morning La La Land.
That's right. Today's all about Wealth Wednesday. We're going to dive into the art of allowing abundance into your life. We all know we need that, right? We're going to talk with one mom and how she turned her love and passion of activewear into a business. We're going to talk with one singer and how she's monetizing her voice, one family's legacy of wine and how it's giving back abundantly, and we're going to have some laughs with our favorite Harry Howard.
Okay, let's go.
Hashtag Wealth Wednesday or Wine Wednesday.
Depends on how you look. Clearly we have our priorities straight. Yeah.
Erin, I don't know what you're saying, okay? I have got everything from California to Oregon to Italy, so I'm very worldly
right?
today.
You are.
Okay?
Definitely. Look at those, all the different models.
Well, we want to welcome our very, very special guest. Thank you for being with us this morning, Leah Solberg of Solberg Wines. Good morning.
Hi. Good morning.
We also have fashion entrepreneur Leanne in the house, actor, podcaster, host Harry Howard, and thanks, the African Bee songstress. Good morning, everyone.
Welcome to the show.
We're so excited to have you. So here on Good Morning La La Land, we like to know, how do you start your day? What is your morning routine like? Binks, let's start with you. How did you get so glammed up to be live at 9 a.m. today?
Well, I was just telling them that it doesn't take as long as you think it might take. Sometimes it depends how I'm feeling. If I'm like trying to faff or like eat breakfast, it's a different story, you know, social media, Instagram. But it took me about an hour and 15 minutes this morning. What I basically do is I usually like go straight onto my phone. I try to do an Instagram post, and then I just get up, I do my face, and I watch like my favorite vlogs or whatever while I'm doing my makeup, do my hair, put on the bee outfit, and I'm good to go.
Put on such a queen bee right now. I mean, I feel like the emoticons are just flying.
It's a busy bee too.
Absolutely. Yeah. Harry, what's your morning routine like?
I get up at 7:30 in the morning every day, and then I drive Uber, and then I rush home, and then I edit, and then I work on my acting and hosting, and that's basically it every day.
Wow. The Hollywood hustle.
It's true.
Right here.
Hustle, man. Hustle, bro. Non-stop every day.
Non-stop. Leanne, what's your morning routine like? How do you start your day?
Well, I have two kids, two little kids, so I have to set my alarm about 20 minutes ahead of time to get everything done. So I have to get up early, pack their lunches, and then get to my brushing of my teeth, put my moisturizer on. I have like 5 or 10 minutes to do my makeup, and then it's taking the kids to school and getting to work.
Leah, what about you? How do you start your day? Tell me it's with one.
Well, when I'm not traveling, I take the kids to school, and then I usually get back and email a little bit, listen to a little Deepak Chopra, Pandora, so that's the station. And then about 9 o'clock, I've been getting on my exercise machine and watching LALALAND. So that's a nice little added morning routine for me. So yeah, and then finish my day, work, and if I'm working from home, you know, on the computer, or go out into the market and work with my retailers and market people.
Enjoy a beautiful bottle of wine.
That's right. It's my job. Somebody has to do it.
Somebody has to. Well, thank you all so much for being here. We're excited to talk to you all later in the show.
For sure. So, Wealth Wednesday. It's cold. Look, I don't know you guys, but every day is different in LA. Like one day, it feels like it's like August, and the next it's December.
Yeah, I feel like I might be going through menopause. Like hot and cold, like what's happening?
We're very confused around here. La La Land's very confused right now.
Well, I want to give a special shout out to Narcisa Ferez, Ferez Official Jewelry. I've been following the Met Gala, and there's been some insanely fabulous pictures being posted. She was so kind to glam us up for the Emmys. Both Erin and I featured some of her fine jewelry, all the way from Dubai, from Russia, and it was last seen on Madonna at the Met Gala, and also Rihanna.
Hello. Yeah, I know. Well, you know, good thing that they're wearing the same thing we wore just last week, you know.
Just at the Emmys,
just handing them off to Madonna, you know.
I don't even know what to say about that. It was such an incredible honor. Her jewelry is absolutely superb, and they are one-of-a-kind fine custom pieces, so it was really actually special to be among the likes of Rihanna and Madonna. I thought, oh my God. It's like I was royalty for a day. Wealth Wednesday.
To us, you're royalty every day. Jessica.
Right, yeah, we do have a lot of wealth. I do want to give a shout out right here to Primal Kitchen, to Elle Russ. I was actually on her podcast, so was Rob and Justin's.
May 15th,
right?
yes, I'm scheduled to come on.
And she at the end of the interview, she goes, oh, I'm going to send you guys some more stuff. Yesterday, there's like this huge box with all this stuff, all these different collagen proteins, and books and all these different salad dressings. And so I just want to say thank you so much, Elle. That was so sweet. In fact, we'd like to give a giveaway to some of our guests. We're beginning to do a lot of giveaways. We've had so many gifts. We're so abundant. We're overflowing. We want to give them back to the community. So please, if you like, share, comment, and if you DM the first person to DM us, you are welcome to come down. We'll give you some goodies from Primal Kitchen and get you hooked up on some healthy lifestyle.
Wow, love it. Love Elle. Elle's great, yeah.
It's just so incredible to be a part of this Focus TV network, this community. We're #community powered here, and everyone has been so generous. Like Erin said, we have this abundance of wealth in wine, in products, in laughter, and friends. And so thank you so much for including us in your community, LALALAND, for working out with us like Leah Sahlberg does and watching and supporting. We would love to continue to engage with you. So don't forget to like, share, comment, slide into our DMs, and let us know how we can be a part of your community.
Yes, we are open to receive and give.
Yes, love, abundance.
Right? So today is Wealth Wednesday. We have like wisdom of the day kind of a thing. And you know, I love to preach about universal crap, you know, it's my thing. So I thought I'd talk about, personal story. It's so funny because I have struggled with the art of allowing. Like, it's been one of those things, we call it outlining in my industry. You're not supposed to outline, you're not supposed to control how things show up. You stay with your intention, you stay focused, you give it your all, basically inspired action, but you can't determine how things are gonna show up, right? So I've done this like my whole life. Like, art of allowing has been one of my biggest challenges because I'm a control freak, okay? Let's get it straight. But so it's just so funny because this show is unfolding in ways that I never knew possible. And one of the things that's unfolding is different collaborations, and you don't know what those are, right? So I just want to give a shout out to April Jones. Also, we're doing a very intimate thing on Friday, and we have like Lori Harder and all kinds of stuff, and we're going to team up with Kent and connect and do some different events. So these are things we didn't know going into the show that these things are going to come about. And so I just want to say that the art of allowing is really letting go of how we think it's going to show up and really staying true, authentic, and knowing that the perfect relationships, the perfect collaborations, the perfect innovation is coming forth, right?
Yeah. It's all about letting expectations go. I think, the older I get, the more I realize that I don't know anything. And so every year I'm like, wow, I'm letting go of that expectation and that expectation and that expectation. But I find that as I do that, my life becomes fuller and richer and more abundant in ways that I never imagined. So for me, it is about letting go of the expectations and letting life unfold in an organic, sort of relaxed fashion.
How do you let go of those expectations, Rob? You say it like it's so effortless. I'm sitting here being like, oh, I got a lot of expectations.
Yeah. For me, it's all about trust and faith. I think it's important for me to remember that all of the most critical life functions are controlled and managed by something other than myself. So like air coming to my lungs, or the spring coming, or the grass growing, or my heart beating. All those things are outside of my control. And so the more that I look for evidence that I'm already receiving in abundant ways, and it's not requiring any of my thinking, any of my effort, the more I can sort of feel rich and wealthy and abundant and allowing already. It just allows more and more to flow in. So for me, it's just noticing the ways in which I'm not controlling any of the important things, and yet all this magnificent stuff is happening.
Right. It's humbling though, I'm not gonna lie. Like, sometimes I'm like, I want this to work this way now, and it's like, yeah, the universe is like, yeah, we got a better plan for you.
It's true, there's so many things in my life I've prayed for and have had happen, and I'm like, oh man, God, why did you give me that?
No,
Should have prayed for it.
No, it's very true, because I'm guilty of not holding back from the prayer because I don't want to pray for the wrong thing, because like you said, then you're like, oh shoot, now I have to deal with this. So I just constantly meditate and ask the universe or God to provide me with something bigger and better than I could ever hope or plan for myself. And accepting the fact that that is what's meant to be for me. And like Erin said, it is very humbling because, I was given this beautiful Golmowski watch at the Emmy Style Lounge, and I think, oh my God, I have trouble almost even accepting it. And then you're like, you deserve this. These are things that were meant for you. It's okay to accept the generosity and the gifts of this community. It was meant for you to have, and to share. You don't have to just let everything pass through. You're allowed to enjoy it in the same time. And so it's a really special opportunity we have.
Absolutely. So Wealth Wednesday, you guys, I invite you guys to each take a look at your life, where you're controlling things, where you're trying to outline things, release it, and just get into inspired action and just giving value and service everywhere you go in things you love. So stay tuned, you guys. We're going to come back, get to the back studio, and dive deep into true abundance. Stay tuned.
Hello, Los Angeles. I am your host and producer, Alex Worley, filming inside Focus TV's West Hollywood studio. Welcome to Empowerista, a show dedicated to highlighting female trailblazers and empowering you to turn your barriers into breakthroughs.
Hey guys, I'm Amy Paprath.
And I'm Justin Walter.
And this is What's Good, the show that's dedicated to positive, uplifting stories from all over the globe.
Welcome to Good Morning La La Land. I'm Dr. Erin.
I'm Rob Mack.
And I'm Jessa Moye.
And we're making history as the first live streaming daily talk show.
This is where all kinds of shit happens.
Monday through Friday, we are going to be streaming to you live, Los Angeles, at 9 a.m. Pacific time on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
Hi everyone, welcome to the Alyssa Goodman Show. So Kelly, welcome.
Thank you for having me, Alyssa. This is so fun.
I know.
What's up, Rose girls? I'm Jessica Carroll. Today we're gonna have so much fun because we have fitness personality Katie Austin.
Hey,
we're
thanks
having
for having me on.
with
Cheers.
Katie Austin.
I love it. It
Cheers.
feels like a Saturday.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Millennial Life. I'm your host, Laura Odegaard, and today we are joined by the very beautiful former Miss California and now a TV host, Natasha Martinez. I'm so happy that you're here.
I'm so excited to be here. Thanks for having me.
Of course.
You are tuning in to Slay with Rachel McCourt, and I have a fabulous guest. In studio with me is Liza Glukoff. She's just been named executive producer of programming at Awesomeness TV. I mean, no big deal, but huge. Hi.
Thank you. Hi.
Are we so excited right now?
We are so excited.
I mean,
Thank
we
you for
have
having me.
roses, we have perfect lighting, we've got some Spa Girl vodka in case we get a little crazy.
Hey, Dr. Erin here, teaching universal law and spiritual truth, having a conscious conversation in the heart of Hollywood. And I'm honored to have the guest today, who is Christina Pascucci, who is amazing. Thank you so much.
Oh, it's an honor to be here with you. I so appreciate it.
Hi, I'm Jenna Barnett with Millennial Mom on Focus TV. And today I have Jennifer Yen here today to chat with me about all things mom related. So you actually started your career as an actress and you were on the very famous TV series Power Rangers, right?
Yes, I used to fight them as my first career.
You're watching Beige Bay TV. It's fitness expert and your Beige Bay Edwina Chia. Ladies and genticles, Tiffany Angulo, thank you for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. You know, you're my Beige Bay of the week, not only because of your nationality, but because you just seem like the girl who does it all.
Hi everybody, I'm Allie Landry and welcome to Reshape TV. I have created an online platform, reshapelive.com and Reshape TV, to provide a place where women can learn from the very best resources for those of us who are striving to reshape our lives and live an optimal, healthy lifestyle.
Hey LA, I'm Gwen Lane with the LA Girl, and I'm here with Liz Hernandez, former TV host at Access Hollywood and now the founder of Wordiful. So excited to hear more about that. Liz, thank you so much for being here today.
Hi Gwen, thanks for having me.
Hi everyone, it's Michelle Gillette, life coach and host of the Spotlight series on Focus TV. And joining us today is our dear friend, Shalini Videra.
And thank you for having me.
Of course.
I'm so happy to be here.
You're the perfect person to be here because we love anything that is, women helping other women, women empowering other women.
Hi, I'm Janica. I'm here with Focus TV for my segment of Fearless Females. And today I interview Doriana Richmond. You're gonna love listening to Doriana. Not only is she beautiful, but she's so heartfelt, and she has created this amazing jewelry line called Stone Simple. Hi.
Oh, thank you for that introduction.
Yeah,
wow.
Of course. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Hi, and welcome to Everyday Game Changers, the show that features people giving back to their community. I'm your host, Annalise Getz, and today we are joined by Rolanda Watts. Rolanda is a is a stand-up comedian, she's an actress, she's a television personality, and she is a philanthropist, which is why she's here today. So thank you for joining us, Rolanda.
Thank you for having me. A joy to be here.
Today on Moms Matter, we're going to talk about money, 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 something that we all struggle with and we need help with, and that's why we have the fabulous Winnie Sun, who's here with us today.
Aw, thank you.
Thank you so much. I know you've been on MSNBC and Forbes, and you are the money expert.
Hey everyone, welcome back to a new magical episode of Soul Reboot. I am your host, Allison Charles. Please welcome and meet this powerful divine queen whose name is Daphne Wayans. I am so happy to be here with you.
I'm so honored to be here. Live from Los Angeles, welcome back to Good Morning La La Land. We are here with a very special guest, Leanne Shiafar. She is a fashion goddess, entrepreneur, and the founder of the Arabesque Sock. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you, everybody.
So the Focus TV family loves you. Eden Sassoon, Eden Alpert, they're all singing your praises.
I love them too. Really great women.
It's all about being community powered, right?
Yeah. And it's really hard to find people these days that are just so embracing of you. But they have been so sweet and so kind and so supportive, and that's why I go there every day to Eden Sassoon Pilates, because I feel like it's a family there, and they're all so supportive, and it's just such a good environment to be in.
What's it like, and do you wear the socks there?
I do, and everyone's wearing the socks there now too, so it's really great. I started working out there after I had my second child, and I just didn't have time to find a studio that was, you know, everything was kind of far. So Eden opened up her studio, and I just walked in there and signed up, and I had never worked out before. I was more of like a walking kind of person. So I took a class, and I was like, oh my God, I can't do any of this. I can't breathe, I'm dying. So I stuck with it, and after a couple of weeks, I saw my body getting stronger and my mind, and I became friends with the instructors there, and everything just kind of spiraled from there. But I have always kind of been in the fashion world, and I kept looking at the socks every day when we were working out, and I kept thinking, you know, this is something that I could definitely work on, because I loved Pilates, and I was looking for something to get into after my second kid, and I said, this is it. I was like, I'm gonna try to design these socks, and I really wanted to make socks to match our outfits more.
Tell us a little bit about these socks, because they're very unique, right? And they're super cool. They even have fishnet on them.
Well, the fishnetting has been an obsession of mine since I've been a young girl. So when I was thinking about what kind of sock I wanted to create, I wanted something that was more a universal sock that would look great with all of our favorites, like the Aloes and the Corals and the Free Peoples and whatever people are wearing in the studios. So one day I was just messing around with my fishnet socks, and I said, oh my God, fishnets. So we just messed around with some samples and put it on our feet, and we saw how sexy they looked, and I just said, you know what, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna try.
So,
and I did.
I've never seen a sexy sock, by the way. It's so
sexy.
sexy. Like, put this sock on and it was sexy. It was like, what woman doesn't say yes, please? Or man, because they're available
They're
for men,
unisex.
right?
We're actually working on a unisex line right now. I have men and women wearing the socks. So it's a great universal that everybody can enjoy.
Right. So right now in history, obviously we have the time's up, and a lot of women are turning towards entrepreneurship. Yeah. And they might be looking at you going, well, she can do it. She lives up on, you know, by these fancy people in, you know, the hills. And please tell us that you had some struggle on the way. Like, what was that like for you? Like?
Struggle's been kind of in my life since I moved here from upstate New York. As I was just mentioning to you guys, I came from a small town. So we didn't have any fashion district here. We had no, you know, it was either be a teacher or, you know, go work in a store, which is fine. But when I moved here, I just had ideas, and I figured out how to get some ideas made. And I walked into Rampage, and I got my first purchase order with them at 19. So from there, I just kind of started playing around with the industry, and then I started designing some of my accessories for Windsor. And then later on, I went on to create another line of tank tops, which I did through college.
I mean, but the tank tops were amazing. Instead of tank tops seen on like every celebrity she's been on. Say, I mean, you're so humble. What you've done is incredible in the fashion world.
You're so sweet. You know, it's great, but it's such hard work. And it doesn't matter if you live, you know, in an apartment or a house, you still have to work hard. And back then, I didn't have the funds to do certain things that I wanted to do.
That was my question. Like, so a woman out there,
I was working.
Can she do it with just no money? Does she need to raise?
You need money.
What do you think
you
about
need
that?
money, but you don't need as much money as you think. It's more about getting your samples done. It depends how you want to execute it. If you want to work from home, you have to set up a home business. You need to do your research, be organized, come up with a plan. Start small. I think everyone has this big idea that I'm going to make a product and I'm going to hit it big in like 2 weeks, and it's just not how it goes. If you have a good product that people love, you have an advantage because they'll want it. So now you have to get it out there, and it's hard work. You're calling, you're marketing, you're going to studios like I am and talking to the owners, and sometimes you get 10 no's, sometimes you get a yes, and when you get the yes, you go the yes and you're like, yes. The no's don't bother me anymore because I've been used to that.
The design's like this much, and the sales and marketing is this much.
And it's luck, a little bit of luck, and a strategizing a little bit, and you just got to hope for the best. Who knows where anything is going to go?
And investing in your community too.
Of
you
course.
know, trusting the opinions of people you love, giving to them, being generous, accepting their opinion and their support.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, being at the Pilates studio and working out and doing the Pilates, I understand what the workout needs, so that's why when I created the sock, I said the grippers on the bottom have to be bigger because when we're using the balls and the heels of our feet, we need better traction on the reformer or we're going to slip. So the design under the sock actually, you know, makes sense because you don't want to fall, and the sexy fishnetting will just go with all your outfits.
Yeah. Sounds wonderful.
Yeah, no, I was just wondering, you have so many countless strengths. I was wondering, what strength of yours do you feel like it's been most important to you being successful?
I think for me, just not listening to the no's and not letting everything bring me down that's a negative, because building a business will have a lot of that. And I wasn't sure I was even going to bring this up, but my father passed away a month ago, and he was battling dementia for 5 years. And he was a really, he was a hard worker. He was a great physician. He helped people for free if he had to. He was just a big influence in my life. And when he passed away, it was either I'm gonna go down with him because I was so close with him, but I saw who he was, and I wake up every morning and I'm like, I'm gonna do this for him, and it keeps me going. It really does.
Great story.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing.
So beautiful.
So sorry about that.
Thanks. It's life. It's unfortunate, but it's life, and at some point we all lose people. It's not the first time I've lost somebody, but that, I wasn't sure which way I was gonna go with that last month, but I just get up every day and I'm like, you know what, this is for Daddy, and we're just gonna move forward and see where it goes.
Wake up, show up, shine.
Yep,
Right?
that's right. Rain or shine, here we
So
come.
how can people find your socks?
You can find our socks at arabesqueusa.com, AREBESK USA. And we actually have a really great promo code right now for Mother's Day. If you type in MOM20, you can get a 20% discount. And we do give a portion of proceeds. We do give back. We do backpacks for kids in public schools that are homeless. And we're just starting to get the backpacks together. We've been in business for a couple of months, so our goal is to get to 1,000 backpacks by the end of the year and get them to kids in need at school.
Oh,
so great.
Let us know when you're going to do that, because I would love to be involved. That'd be
I
fun.
will document everything, and I like to document everything I do on Instagram and let everybody, see what we're doing. So that will definitely be part of what we show.
I love that. Well, thank you so much for all your work.
Thank you so much.
I know
for
you're surrounded by
having me.
incredible women up there.
Amazing
doing
women.
Incredible work. So if you want to do Pilates, maybe you can go with your mom, do some Pilates, and get some socks on. So stay tuned, you guys. We're going to be right back.
All right.
Hey, Dr. Drew here, and I am on the HEAL Advisory Board. I got involved with this organization because it's the answer to our healthcare problem. Listen to me. You go to urgent care, you go to emergency room, you are paying for all that equipment, all that infrastructure, you're wasting time, you're exposing yourself to sick people. All you got to do is go to heal.com or get the HEAL app at heal.com, get that HEAL app, and you can have a doctor wherever you are. It's $99 if you don't have insurance, though most insurances cover it. It's the most effective way to get the care you're looking for and the most cost efficient. $99 all in. That's it. And you get a board-certified physician to show up wherever you are, your home, your work, whatever it is, 8A to 8P, 7 days a week, including holidays. And that board-certified individual, that licensed professional, is going to just be paying attention to you and focusing on you and using his or her judgment to take care of your needs in that moment. Go to Heal. Check it out. You'll see what I'm saying. You'll see what I'm talking about.
And the reason they book me and keep me is because it's more than just training. It's just authentic. And so I think that's one thing I realized that I had my whole life was will. I'm so determined to get to where I want to go. I'm not going to let nothing stop me, not even myself. Right? And I try to tell my clients and people, it's all a mindset. You know, you got to really want it. They said, you can change anything, but before you change anything, you got to change it in your mind first. Just because I always say if it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you.
Live from Los Angeles, welcome back to Good Morning La La Land. We are honoring #Wealth Wednesday. We have a very special singer, songwriter, songstress. The African Beat Banks is in the house.
Clearly an entertainer.
Clearly.
We can tell when there's true entertainers in the house when they take their interview as it's like, this is a show right here. It's
Oh
really
my
great,
word.
yeah.
Well, this is a very cool show,
Right.
so why not? It's Good Morning La La Land. You know, got to wake up with the African beat, right?
Absolutely.
So tell us about the beat. Tell us about what this represents for you.
So when I was 16, I was really inspired by David Bowie, and I really wanted to have my own alter ego, and I wanted to have this branding and the stage persona. And so when I moved to New York, I wanted to sing at all the open mics, and I started wearing a bee outfit so that people would remember me, and so that they would, you know,
Very
be like,
smart.
oh. So then people started saying, oh, are you that South African bee? And then they gave me the name The African Bee, which became my first EP. So yeah, it's all just branding.
So your alter ego is a bee.
Yeah.
I mean, like, her alter ego is badass. Wow,
We love your
total
song.
queen bee.
Really good.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it was such a pleasure to open the show with her song. Tell us about your latest single.
So my latest single is called Shockwaves, and basically the concept came to me when a friend of mine actually went on a date, because I kind of feel like I have that sixth sense where you can kind of just feel or like live through someone just for like a moment. And she went on this date, and I kind of got this idea of our modern day dating and how we work in the digital age. And so Shockwaves is basically desiring meeting someone that you could potentially fall in love with and it would last forever. And it's like that Romeo and Juliet type love affair, you know? So Shockwaves is all about meeting someone on a dating app, and that feeling you get when you're actually connecting with them, but you've never met them, but you're like texting and you're understanding their personalities and you're kind of figuring it out like that. So
Love that.
I love that. I want, like, if that could be my online dating life, I'd sign up right now. Shockwaves.
So on Good Morning La La Land, we talk a lot about mindset. We talk a lot about spiritual practices. We talk about whatever. What is it that was your kind of motivation, inspiration to go on this path besides David Bowie? What is your practice? Like, what gets you up in the morning?
It's funny that you say that, because I love that you are all about that, because I am all about that. I definitely believe in the law of attraction and positive minds and attracting things to yourself. I just always loved music, and I've been singing since I was 2. I mean, the first song I ever sang was Ruby Tuesday by the Rolling Stones. And you know, everyone always says, oh, when did you decide? It was never a decision. No one ever asked me, are you going to go to college and follow this path that people are supposedly supposed to follow? You know, I just started hitting the stage everywhere I could and never ever wanted to stop. And I used to watch music videos from America, and I used to dream about coming here, you know. So to me, it's a huge accomplishment to be able to be sitting even on this couch and, you know, doing what I love and making music and being able to talk about it and share it with everyone.
What's been the biggest challenge for you in that?
Oh, it's so many challenges. But, you know, you kind of, you mean career-wise, would you say has been the biggest challenge?
Or personal, really. I mean, because to maintain this balance and you came from Africa, you were in New York, now you're in Los Angeles. I mean, you have hustled so hard to be where you are, to be the artist that you're becoming.
Yeah.
And I would imagine that comes with a lot of life lessons.
The biggest struggle is putting on that glitter on the
It's just perfect too.
It actually is one of my struggles because I dropped the glue into the glitter, so now it's like sticky glitter. So I'm like,
the struggle is real. Okay?
Seriously, take some tips. But no, I think, yeah, it's weird. I think the difference between realizing struggle is if you're not happy doing something you love. It's always a struggle. I think the biggest for me is you always meet these people that jump on board and then they get bored, or they lose interest, or they're looking for something else, and it's hard to find people that stick around and that are loyal and, you know, believe in you so much as you believe in yourself. I've been very lucky that I've met people like that, but it is difficult when you're doing everything yourself, you know, especially in this day and age with music. Labels don't want to sign you until you're fully developed, and you're also wondering, is a label the right way to go, because you can do so much on your own. And you know, when you're your own manager, your own booking agent, your own social media person, your own performer, you know, you're doing everything. It's difficult in that sense, but I wouldn't be doing it if I didn't love it. And I always had the mentality of, when it's no longer fun, I will no longer do it.
It's beautiful.
Wow.
In the show, one thing, you know, as an artist, you have that choice. Do you go individual? Do you go with a band? And there's a synergy that happens with the band, and there's a lot of hard things that come with the band also, trying all the personalities, all that stuff. What's your experience of doing this you're a solo artist, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, I mean, look, I have bands, so when I do my live shows, and I was very lucky, especially in New York, you know, I had, I just needed like an electric guitarist, a keyboardist, because I'm pop, you know, so everything's electronic, but my band that I had there were very loyal to me, and they always went the extra mile. And you always know there's people you want to keep around when there's people who are putting into you when you might not have the means to fully support them at the time. You know what I mean? Like, especially financially, when you're trying to pay for all these different things, and you have these people that are like, you know what, I'm going to play your show for free because I think you're amazing and I love your music. And you know, it's a business, we're all trying to make money, but you quickly learn who's there for you and who supports you.
That's true wealth, right?
It is.
Yes.
How do you stay motivated? Is it mostly that you draw on friends and family? Is it the love of the music? What do you do when times get tough? How do you just stay focused and motivated?
It's like an emotional question for me, but it's a lot of things. You know, I am a very positive, natural person, so it's the love of music. If I'm ever feeling down, the first thing I need to do is put on anybody that I love, like a live video of them performing. Because the minute I watch someone performing, no matter how down I am, I'm like, ooh, that looks so good. And I'm like, I really, really want to do that too. And then I get like really, really like heart racing, and I'm just like, okay, I need to go write a song or something. So it's that general drive and passion. But I think the reason I've kept at it so long is because I've got friends and family that are just like, oh my word, you've just made it. My gosh, they're like, you are just the biggest superstar, and you're like, hey, you know, when your friends and family view you like you've achieved all your dreams, there is like nothing better than feeling that way.
I completely agree. It's priceless. Like, you know, in this world, it's easy to judge and criticize people, and you even want to give constructive feedback. But I have found nothing more valuable than people that are encouragers, that just encourage you despite the hard times, despite when you want to give up. Those are the people that keep you going, that you remember later when you know you're crushing it.
For example, like my mom, like, you know, I had a hard day, I don't know when, like a couple months ago, whatever, and I was like on the floor and I was just devastated, and you know, I'm just like, this is exhausting, but you love it, but you don't know what to do because you're like, well, I don't want to do anything else, but you have those days and those moments. And my mom will just sit, she'll be on FaceTime, she'll be like, okay, I understand you're upset. Okay, cry it off, and then tomorrow you get up and you start over again. That's the kind of family I have, you know?
Great like that.
Yes, like what would I do if I didn't have someone who's like, I understand you're very upset. Now get up and go try again.
I think all of us may share the same mom. Like some mom quality. I love it.
You've been playing some amazing shows and venues in LA. Recently at the Hotel Cafe. What do you have coming up?
I'm so excited. I have the Peppermint Club in June, and I was also asked to sing at USC's prom, so that's in June as well.
That's gonna be fun.
That's so fun. But I mean, the Peppermint Club is legendary
I have
in
been
Los Angeles.
waiting to play this, so I'm very excited. And look, Hotel Cafe, I've been dreaming about it as well, so I feel like I've really been lucky with booking these shows.
Oh, well, we're excited. I'm going to come to the
Right?
Peppermint Club. I've never been, so
I'll have to bring you up on stage.
Oh my God. That would be so cool. I've always wanted to have like a little Joan Jett moment and just be like, I'll totally geek out and just be like, hey.
We're gonna need to bring the wine.
And wear one of those fab corsets. I might have to ask Leanne if I can borrow one of hers because I've got to keep up with this.
Right? Just dress like a grasshopper and you'll be fine.
I love that. That's so cute. Well, we're so proud of you, and we love your music. So great. So, where can people find you?
Everything is Binks Official, so it's BINXofficial.com, and then like my Instagram's Binks Official, my Twitter, my Tinder, you know.
And her Tinder. Binks Official.
Wait, what?
Wait, you're not on Bumble, you're on Twitter.
I was going to say Bumble, but some people don't know Bumble, so then I'm like, but I'll always say Bumble.
It's all on its own brand.
Yeah, I know. I just like show up at the Bumble Hub and I'm like, they built this for me.
Oh my God, that's so perfect.
So perfect. Oh my gosh, well, it's so great to meet you, and looking forward to hearing and seeing you more in concert. So stay tuned, you guys. We're going to be right back. Back live from in Los Angeles. Good morning, LaLa. We are so excited. We have Harry Howard. He's podcaster, actor, extraordinary, and Focus TV family. We love you.
And I'm a fan of Good Morning LaLa. You
That's
forgot
right.
that. You forgot that I'm a fan. You forgot that.
Our
Yeah,
biggest
yeah.
fan. We've been so lucky to be a part of your podcast, each of us individually and as a
well, soon,
team.
Rob.
Yeah. Well, I've been on again. I was on with the ladies the first
Oh,
time.
you were, though. You all have been on.
Yeah, but he
but I
wants
can't
to
be
ask-
on enough. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
But what's the best is going to your Instagram to see the videos that you do. They're really the editing that you do with all these karate chop and ninja is one with like all the Star Trek guys on there.
It's really incredible, Harry, how much talent you embody in so many areas of your life. And I really do recognize that because not only are you an incredible host and you've got a great show here at Focus TV, #Harry and Kelly Show. You've also been hustling as an actor, as a broadcaster, and doing your podcasting, and you edit insanely well.
And Uber driver.
And
Uber driver,
yeah. Really,
that's what I'm most talented at.
no, but I mean, you work all day, every day, and you
Yeah.
are so good at everything you do.
And you look like you're 12.
He's ageless.
Yeah,
You're just ageless,
well,
man.
you
It's
should see
amazing.
how well I'm doing at my Torah for my bar mitzvah coming up. So, I'm also gifted in that too. So yeah.
How do you do it all? It seems like a lot. I don't know how you have this much energy. And every time I see you, you have such good, positive energy. And I'm like, man, it's like you just woke up. It's like 9 o'clock at night.
Yeah,
or
I don't
4
have
o'clock in the
coffee.
morning.
I stay away from coffee and all that stuff because then people would think I'm on crack.
Yeah.
So
you're just literally
yeah.
energetic.
I'm sober. It's all the audience. They're
But
wondering.
I think
Yes.
it's your laugh more than anything.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
so contagious that when you laugh, the whole world shines. It just brightens up everything.
It's like an awesome disease, basically. Oh, nice. Yeah, there's no cure for my laugh.
Did you always know you wanted to be in entertainment?
Yeah, I saw Star Wars when I was a little kid, and my dad was a talent agent when I was a kid growing up, and so was my mom's dad. He was a music agent. And I always was obsessed with entertainment ever since I watched them doing it. And I thought I wanted to be an agent for years and a producer, and then I really enjoyed the spotlight. It's just hard to choose to do that when you grow up in LA, because LA is such a tough place, and everybody around you see is getting rejected as an actor. So most people who are from LA, they don't try to become actors. But I decided to take the plunge.
Yes.
And yeah, it's been great. And then I found that I'm really good at hosting. Well, I originally started doing stand-up comedy. I was doing stand-up at the Laugh Factory and West Side Comedy Theater for a couple months, and a producer saw me in the audience, and they gave me the podcast because they thought it would be funny as a host. And then I got this too, you know. So it's just, you know, trying to pursue entertainment though my whole life. Yeah. No matter what it is.
Is it tough choosing at times? Like, I think because you're so funny, you've got incredible, I think, presence, and you're also so great with like the post-production stuff.
Yeah.
Is it tough to sort of like work it all out, and do you feel sometimes like almost compelled to choose one path?
I've been offered an amazing editing job. I turned it down. I don't really enjoy editing. I love the outcome of it, but I really enjoy being on the camera. The editing is just something that I've been doing since I'm a little kid, so it's something that I'm just naturally good at, but it's not what I am doing the most.
So if you had a magic wand,
yes,
where would you have all of this go?
I would be starring in an action comedy, sort of like Rush Hour.
Could totally see you in that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, or 21 Jump Street.
I feel like that's already your life, Harry. Action comedy, and he drives an Uber. I mean, there's some irony there. We've got a special look at some of the clips from #Harry and Kelly Show. You've got a great co-host in Kelly Russo.
Yes, Kelly's awesome. She's very talented. I was really lucky to have interviewed her on my podcast, and that's where it led to me trying to get us our own show, and thank God Focus TV was around because I was able to find us a platform where we could have our own show. And, you know, it all worked out that way.
It was the day I was on your podcast, and you had been in for an interview somewhere else, and I said, well, just come over. Let's just make this show thing happen.
I did. I crashed. Right? I pod crashed Focus TV.
And I crashed #Harry and Kelly, and then...
Yeah, you see, we do things uninvited here. We just take them by force. Bam!
That's divine opportunity from the universe, says Dr. Erin.
Right? So tell the audience what is your show about?
Well,
we're still trying to figure out.
The podcast show?
No. #Harry and Kelly.
Well, we interview social media people in the social media world, and we try and find comedy within our conversations. I wait for that opportune moment where there's where their guard is down, and I go right in, and then we get a whole comedy set going in. And then in my mind, I think, okay, can we use this as a 60-second clip for Instagram? And I remember during the interviews what conversations would work for Instagram.
Wow.
Yeah, so I calculate everything when I'm talking to the people.
Undercover genius, right?
Yeah, seriously. You do, yes. So while we're talking right now, I'm thinking what would be a good 60 seconds.
It's like, which cartoon character comes up for that?
Where's Jim Carrey going to pop up next in this interview? If you're wondering for Ace Ventura. Or I could just be Jim Carrey. We don't even need a cut-in for this one. Too talented.
We love being a part of the Focus TV family with you, Harry. Thank you so much for your continued support, for inviting us to be a part of your podcast, for being a part of our show. We really appreciate this energy and the community.
Oh, I appreciate you the most.
Love you, buddy.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. Bam.
You can catch Harry Howard on #Harry and Kelly.
And a theater's near you soon.
That's right.
5 years at least. It'll happen.
And Podcrash and Podcrash with you.
Oh yeah, Podcrash. Yeah, Podcrash with Harry Howard. That's me if you're wondering who it was.
Yeah. This guy, Harry Howard.
This me.
Stay tuned. We'll be back with more on Good Morning La La Land. Live from Los Angeles, welcome back to Good Morning La La Land. We're so incredibly honored to have Focus TV family, friend, Leah Solberg of Solberg Wines with us today. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Leah, last time I saw you, we were on up in this beautiful like penthouse at one of the style lounges, and we were just in the sun. It was so beautiful.
I mean, a real quick shout out actually to Lisa Lou for having me and making me a part of that, and Wine Caterers. I mean, what a fabulous event.
We kicked off the Daytime Emmys with her rosé, or brosé, as we could call it.
That's right.
On a rooftop, and it was just such an incredible time. You were so kind and so generous, and thank you for sharing your wine with us.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I can't wait to try it.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. So your family has been in the wine business for a long time, starting with your father. Tell us about that.
So in the late 70s, my father started with wine distribution in Oregon. So he was one of the first smaller, you know, you got the larger conglomerates that have always been around, but he was one of the smaller guys to start bringing in a California wine. That's where he started making fantastic relationships with growers throughout the state. Ended up selling his portion of the business and then moving down to Healdsburg, California, where he partnered up with Chip Leith from Leith Winery, and then created his own varietals. And segue to today, we're still doing that. My father passed away in 2011, so I am carrying on the legacy for him, but the family is still very much involved and carrying on the tradition of what we like to call the daily drinker. So this is the type of wine that you come in and it's, you know, you crack it open after work, and it doesn't need food to pair with it, although, you know, that's wonderful as well. But it's palatable for pretty much anybody. They're going to enjoy these kinds of wine, and that's really our mission. Not an overinflated price for a quality wine.
I love that. It's such high quality wine, everyday prices. But I'm wondering, what is it like to be in the wine business every day? Because in my head, it's like this romantic movie. You're stomping on grapes as a little girl. Like,
you know, yeah, I mean, there's that, you know, aspect of it. There's not as much stomping on grapes. That's more of a, it still happens, but it's a lot of more novelty these days. But yeah, it was always fun growing up. I mean, I remember scraping labels off of bottles when I was younger, and just hanging out at the winery, and just those smells, and just going back today, it still brings me back to my childhood, just walking in and smelling the wine and the cork and the barrels. And
we'd like to ask people, what legacy did you leave in this lifetime? And clearly your father did leave a legacy for your family, for sure. What do you think the real legacy of this specific label is?
Well, not only is it carrying on, you know, for our family's namesake, but also we're very involved with charities and giving back, and that's really just our focus as the end game, you know, creating the great wines. But we are involved with the Elizabeth House out of Oakland that deals with women and children and homelessness and needs, and we also work with Rise, which is out of Reno, and they also work with the homeless. When the fires happened this last year, I mean, fortunately we didn't burn down, but we were very close. We partnered with a local bank branch, and were able to give back, and any proceeds that were bought online, we gave 25% back to just helping the families rebuild.
That's
I mean,
great.
what a devastation. So,
what's been the hardest part of building the business, or continuing to build the business?
oh, wow. I mean, I feel like it's always distribution. You know, you're always working on getting your distribution up. Fortunately for us, we're in about 40 states right now, and you can also find us online, which is an easy way to do it. Actually, we have a coupon code for LALALAND viewers. So it's free shipping and 10% off, and it's capital letters LALALAND and then the number 10 at the end, all together. So that will get you free shipping and 10% off.
So LA 10.
Yeah, LA Land 10. Yeah.
Just order by these.
Yeah, right. And I have some other fantastic wines I'll tell you about in a little bit as well that also are about giving back and being a part of that culture.
Amazing. I can't wait to learn more about that and taste these delicious wines. We're going to invite our other guests back to the set when we come back so we can do a little tasting here on #Wine Wednesday.
That's right. That's right.
Stay tuned.
Oh, well, that's right.
Wow, that's the way you start a segment.
#Wine Wednesday.
Do you have hosting insurance?
Oh my God.
Well, Wednesday, we know that wine is a great symbolism of abundance. The earth gives back abundantly as we work with it. So how about it, you guys?
And I have an abundance of appreciation for it. Okay, so Leah, what are we tasting today?
Well, today I've got some great Chardonnay. I have cracked it. This is a Michael Solberg Chardonnay. We source majority of the fruit out of the Monterey County Peninsula, which is great because it has fantastic microclimates that really make some great characteristics.
What is a microclimate?
It's where you, okay, so you have your, let's say your normal sunny LA weather. And then you would go out maybe just a little bit and it's a little bit cloudier or has a little bit more moisture in the air, or it's cooler or warmer, so it's different from what is the tradition around it. It's a microclimate of that.
Okay, so tell us how we should properly taste, because everybody gives the little spin, right?
And that's great because it opens it up and it gives you the opportunity to smell it. Oh, there you go. And you know, people do the leg stuff and whatnot. It's not as important. I do like to open it up and sniff and smell that bouquet and what you're gonna get on that nose.
Yes, I've got a bouquet.
Yeah, and then you taste it and then kind of let it meld around in your mouth, get it on the back end of your taste buds, because you know it differentiates throughout your tongue and you get different notes. And on the very end, you'll notice that little bit of oak. We do minimal oaking on this, so it's not going to be your typical Chardonnay. It's going to be a little more fruit forward, a little less buttery, and more spice and a little bit of oak.
Should bees be drinking wine?
Yeah, well, I think it's fantastic to have the bees around the vineyards, you know, have the hives around the vineyards.
They tell us to drink the wine.
Oh, yeah, bees are sweet. You know what's so great? So the Solberg wine, just give back to the community. Some of the physical album sales from Banks actually goes to saving bees.
Yep,
oh,
exactly.
Really?
Wow. Yeah, so my latest album, Buzzed, is giving 3% of all the physical album sales to Environment New York.
Right?
Wow.
Right.
Wow.
I will drink into that. Okay, what's
So what
next?
do you think?
I love it. It's a very like.
Oh, I thought it was wonderful. I could taste it.
I was about to just down it, but I didn't want to be that person.
No, it's a very easy drinking Chardonnay. It's not overwhelmingly buttery, but it's very crisp, right? It just has a nice clean finish. I really like it. You're right, it's an everyday drinker.
Yeah, that's what we're going for. So I didn't bring, we have a couple other varietals. I only brought 2 of our own today because, you know, we don't want to get drunk at 9 a.m.
I do.
We do. Or we do.
He's not driving his Uber.
Yeah, he's not
I already did my morning shift.
So this is a Merlot. This is going to be 95% Merlot. It's going to be 5% Cabernet. And I do that because it kind of gives a little bit more body to the Merlot because it's a very berry blend. So.
Okay, and then also, do you want to do a little, do some...
Here, take that so I'm not pouring on
Thank
your
you.
white.
Some sock action.
Do some sock action. What do you mean?
We're out get
Rob's
some
trying
socks
to drink
on,
Merlot.
take it off the
The
line,
woolly
you know.
socks.
Well, how about we all try on a pair?
Oh!
How about we all just grab a color we like, and we can all slip them on our feet if we can get them on.
Yeah.
They're very
One
sexy, I
size
promise
fits all.
you.
I have to do black as my
black
feet.
with the
so-
bubbles.
Here, I'll take that.
I'll do pink. Pink goes with my leather jacket.
There you go,
I have
Merlot.
packages for all you guys as well.
Oh, yay. Okay, we're in trouble.
Oh, yay.
Right.
I love
So,
those.
I'm going to take the gray.
what is in Merlot exactly? What should we be smelling? What should we be tasting?
So Merlot is an actual grape varietal, and with this we should be smelling plum and berry. There's some white pepper in there that gives it a kind of that
I love pepper.
spicy berry balance. So, but very easy to drink. It's not high in tannin, but it has a good body to it.
That's the best Merlot I've ever had.
And I hear that a lot, actually. So.
No, really,
yeah.
it's not overly tannic. My mouth doesn't feel dry. It's just very like deep. The color is beautiful. Oh, I'm starting to feel guilty. I'm gonna have to go to Pilates with my Arabesque.
Right. It's got great color.
Yes.
I'm playing all day.
Yeah, and we're gonna have to. I'm getting buzzed.
It's Wine Wednesday.
Hilarious. Well, it's been fun. I mean, wealth is, you know, we have wealth, obviously. We always talk about our health being the most important thing in wealth, but I think it's important. Entrepreneurship is really on the rise, especially right now with everyone desiring to live the life that they are designed to live, which is fully expressed. And so we know right here, right now, that each and every one of you are doing your genius, your divine expression, and knowing that there is just abundance everywhere. So thank you so much, you guys, for coming in, spending time with us, and being a part of the family at Focus TV Network.
Yes, cheers to that. Special shout out to Slay XO with Rachel McCord. Get your Buzzed album from Thanks. Check out her new single, Shockwaves. We are Good Morning La La Land, America's first live streaming daily talk show, coming to you Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. It's going to be a good day.
Waking up the world together and then going to